Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And it is Tuesday, which is always a rush for me because on Tuesdays I have my home group meeting in the evenings and I have to go pick up my good Judy Tanya first. And it's such a great evening, it's such a relaxing evening, and I get to see all of my recovery friends and things like that. But at the same time, I'm kind of rushed throughout the day until I get there. And it's so funny because, like, you know, I'll get all this stuff done and then I'll go upstairs and I'll like take a shower, and I'm real excited tonight because I bought all of these new products yesterday at Ulta and Lush, and so I'm gonna use them tonight before I get ready for my meeting. And then like I'll leave the house, and finally, like, once I get in the car, I'm like, I can relax and just like listen to some music or audio book on my way to go pick up Tanya. So it's kind of like, it's like up to that point I'm like, do you ever have one of those days when you're like, okay, at this point I can relax? It's like when I go on vacation, like I'm not a good preparer. I'm not somebody that like loves to get ready for going on a trip. Like I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, a little manic, so to speak, with the packing and the having to take the dogs to the kennel and do this and plan that and plan this and you know, everything. And then it's like once I finally am sitting, like, you know, on the plane is like when I can finally relax. I'm like, oh, I can finally relax. By the way, I will be in Phoenix, Arizona next weekend visiting my good Judy Mel, who is my co-partner for our book club, our true crime book club, which we think we have a name for now if you watch my BookTube channel. If you don't, just come over and watch my BookTube channel. I talk about books over there and book hauls and book reviews and all kinds of stuff. It's really fun. So anyway, and if you're wanting to join something, that you want to be part of something, come and join our book club. We read one book a month, and we then do a live stream. And our live stream actually for this month's book, which is Mind Hunter by John Douglas, is this upcoming Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's not a lot of people that come in there. There's actually like 2,100 people in the book club, but about 30 to 50 people come for the live book discussions. We guest a couple people, and people get to talk about it. It's really, really fun. And, you know, my social anxiety, this is kind of a story, I guess. Well, the reason I was telling you about going to Phoenix next weekend was because I think while I'm there, I'm not going to do meditations. I think I'm actually each day going to pick like a story from my life where I actually learned a really valuable lesson. That way I don't have to take the meditation books with me that are heavy to pack. But at the same time, you know, that I can like really kind of like share some stories with you guys about things I've learned in my life. So if you'd like to hear that, put that in the comment section below. So I'm going to try to think about some stories for the next couple days and kind of have that. Instead of pre-filming a video, I thought that might be kind of more fun, you know, for me just to spur of the moment do like a memory that I had or something, you know, of something that I've learned in my life. But anyway, so yeah, so you should, the reason that the book club started to begin with was I always wanted to be part of a book club, but my social anxiety and my fear of other people and things like that kept me from like actually walking into the room at the library or at Barnes & Noble and being part of something. Like, I think I could do it today, but I was really afraid of that for a long time. I think people sometimes don't really get, like, my social anxiety is pretty bad. Like, it really, really is. And so anyway, that's why I started it, because I was like, well, I can start an online one, and if it fails, okay, and if anybody wants to read along, okay, and then I can at least read some books. And the first year, we just did all kinds of books, a lot of rereads for me, and then we turned it into an all true crime book club, and it's really, really fun. We're having a great time over there, and it's probably, if I had to list 3 things that have been the best things that have come as a result of me starting any YouTube channel, or my experiences on YouTube over the last 3.5, 4 years, that would absolutely be in the top 3. Is me starting this book club and meeting, you know, Mel, and Misha comes into our live streams and guests a lot, and Taylor is a big part of that. I mean, there's just so many people, you know, Danielle, and there's so many people I've met as a result of that book club that I'm just so like happy that I just went ahead and just said, okay, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And I think in life you have to do that. You know, you have to just go with your gut and try some things sometimes. So I will be in Phoenix next weekend. I'm thinking about doing a meet and greet, but I'm very, very nervous about it. If I do it, it'll probably be outside of a Starbucks or something like that. So, because you know, I love my Starbucks. Okay, I almost thought I was gonna drop that. Tucker is being very good. He is standing over here, standing on the ottoman. He's like, I'm not sure what I want to do yet tonight with this, so I'm just going to stand. You want to come over here, buddy? Come on, honey. Okay, so he's going to help me. Now, I have to tell you what happened that was weird when I was, so I keep all my meditation books in the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom, up against this wall, and like where the sink is, right next to it, and I have probably 20 books there, you know, 15, 20 books. So I always just grab so many during the day, or I grab so many when I'm getting ready to do this channel. I grab so many. Take a breath, Peter. I go in there and I just grab a bunch is what I do. Well, this one today was really speaking to me, which I think is interesting. The don't sweat the small stuff one. I don't know why it was speaking to me today. So I was like, I went to go grab all these and I was like, get the don't sweat the small stuff. So we should start with this one, don't you think, bud? He said, yeah, Dad. So I'm just gonna randomly, since I feel like the universe is speaking to me on this, we're just gonna randomly go through here and see what it says. Oh, I've already read that one. Choose being kind over being right. Well, maybe we need to hear that again. You think? Okay. Let's spend a moment every day thinking of someone to thank. This simple strategy, which may take only a few seconds to complete, has long been one of the most important habits I have ever engaged in. I try to remember to start my day thinking of someone to thank. To me, gratitude and inner peace go hand in hand. The more genuinely grateful I feel for the gift of my life, the more peaceful I feel. Gratitude, then, is worthy of a little practice. If you're anything like me, you probably have many people in your life to feel grateful for. Friends, family members, people from your past, teachers, gurus, people from work, someone who gave you a break, as well as countless others. You may want to thank a higher power for the gift of life itself, or for the beauty of nature. As you think of people to be grateful for, remember that it can be anyone. Someone who allowed you to merge into traffic, someone who held the door open for you, or a physician, for a physician who saved your life. The point is to gear your attention towards gratitude, preferably first thing in the morning. I learned a long time ago that it's easy to allow my mind to slip into various forms of negativity. When I do, the first thing that leaves me is my sense of gratitude. When I do, the first thing that leaves me is my sense of, I learned a long time ago that it's easy to allow my mind to slip into various forms of negativity. When I do, the first thing that leaves me is my sense of gratitude. I begin to take the people in my life for granted, and the love that I often feel is replaced with resentment and frustration. What this exercise reminds me to do is to focus on the good in my life. Invariably, as I think of one person to feel grateful for, the image of another pops into my head, then another and another. Pretty soon I'm thinking of other things to be grateful for: my health, my children, my home, my career, the readers of my books, my freedom, and on it goes. It may seem like an awfully simple suggestion, but it really works. If you wake up in the morning with gratitude on your mind, it's pretty difficult, in fact, almost impossible to feel anything but peace. I really, really like this meditation or this reading. You know, gratitude for me has become such an action in my life. And I can tell when I'm not practicing gratitude in my life. I really, really can tell. Like, I feel just, yesterday in my vlog, like, I kind of like harped on it. I went on and on and on about, like, just being so thankful for the simplicity of my life, and, that it's fine to have nice things and to want nice things and to like them. I like nice things. I like to travel, and I like nice hotel rooms, and, all of that. And that's all fine and well. But to be grateful for the core foundation things in your life, the people that are in your life, just the ability to breathe or walk, or, those kinds of things, or to have a place to sleep at night or food to eat. Like, when you simplify it down to that, the rest of it just, it's crazy how meaningless it all becomes. And then what happens as a result of that is almost like it makes you like go, okay, so this is what I have. This is my core stuff that I should be grateful for. The rest of all of this, even though it's nice when I get it, is meaningless, okay? And then it's like, oh wow. Like, my life is such a gift. Like, this life that I have been given, and the people that have given me the privilege to be part of their life, and it's such an honor to be part of their life. Like, what a big deal that is, and I think I took that for granted for a long time, that the fact that people in my life, people that I often complained about, or just be like, like, that I wouldn't call or I wouldn't message or whatever, that meant so much to me. It's like, and that doesn't mean that I don't set boundaries with people, okay? There are people in my life that I set boundaries with, or I have felt like, maybe like our time is done as friends and things like that. We've addressed that enough in here that I'm not talking about everybody, okay? But I think that when you look at your core group of people around you and you realize what a privilege it is that they've allowed you to be in their life, or, that reciprocal relationship, it's really powerful. One of the things I was thinking as I was reading this is that in recovery meetings, anytime, well, I shouldn't say anytime, many times when the topic of gratitude comes up, it's kind of like, okay, when you go around and like, does anybody have a topic, and nobody really has a topic, somebody will be like, how about gratitude, right? Because gratitude's always a great topic, but when anybody brings up gratitude, it's kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, gratitude again, right? And I felt that way too for a long time, until a very dear friend of mine who lost somebody important to them that morning rolled into a meeting that afternoon, and brought up the topic of gratitude on the heels of just getting news of their losing somebody, you know? And that's a pretty powerful thing when you see that somebody in the midst of tragedy can appreciate all that they have been given in their lives. And I think that you start seeing gratitude in a completely different way. You see it as this honor to be able to be grateful for things, you know, to be able to have the insight to see that. Because I didn't for a long time. Even though, like, you know, I've been given many assignments by sponsors to make a gratitude list of the things that I would lose if I went back out and I started drinking again. It's a great exercise for anybody in early sobriety. You know, even though I had made gratitude lists time and time again. And then a couple years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, I dedicated an entire year to making a gratitude list every single night that I would like write down and then I would read back. And it was so powerful. Like it was as a result of this, you know, Oprah that I had seen, but it was so powerful that every day of my life, you know, I do a mental gratitude list. I've been meaning to get back to the written gratitude list, and in all honesty, I just haven't. I have no good reason why, but I know that it would change my life. You know, I know, like, sitting right over there is that book Magic, that is about practicing 30 days of gratitude. And I've been meaning to get back to that, you know, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring the book out right as soon as I do this, and tomorrow I'm going to start it. There's no time like the present. I will read tomorrow's action tonight, or tomorrow's assignment tonight, and I will be prepared for it tomorrow. And I'm going to start that tomorrow, because it was the happiest when I was actually in action of gratitude, you know. And I think it's a valuable lesson to all of us to sit down and write all of the things that we're grateful for. And it's okay to put the superficial stuff down there. It is okay, you know. I think there's like this misconception that you can't be a spiritual person if you have a Louis Vuitton purse, and it's just crap. It just is, you know. And I shared on my vlog last night that one of my dearest friends has like an amazing car, you know, and an amazing house, and she and her husband like fly first class and stay in 5-star hotels, and you know, she always has really nice bags, and she's literally one of the most compassionate, kindest, most spiritual people I have ever met, spiritually based people I've ever met in my entire life. And she enjoys those things. She likes those things. But it doesn't make her less spiritual. But she also knows, she knows this, that if all of that was gone tomorrow, that her life is still, you know, like, she's been given so much in her life, you know. And she's taught me so much in my life, so much, you know. Okay, Boo Radley came running through it, so he hit the ring light. It's funny because it's like the cord is over there and I have it down and then he always hits it. But anyway, I was talking about my friends, you know. But she knows, like, if she lost all of that tomorrow, she would be just fine, you know. And she's just one of the most amazing people that I've ever met, because I struggled with that for a long time. You know, I struggled with this idea that if you are a spiritual person, should you also be a minimalist? You know, should you also be somebody that doesn't care about those things, or like nice things, or, you know, like nice travel or whatever? And, you know, she was given to me as an example, I think, in my life, that, you know, you can have those things, you can like nice things, but, you know, you can practice a life of simplicity and gratitude as well. I'm very thankful for her in my life, you know, as I am. I feel like each person in my life has been put in my life for a reason, you know, to teach me something. And even if people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, I really believe that each person that's been put in my life has been put in my life to teach me something. Or if not to teach me something, I have learned something from each of those people. So I think it's a great meditation. I'm not going to go super long today, so I'm not going to do any more of these meditations. Will Tucker is so tired. He's like, my brother ran through here and then he ran on out and he disturbed us. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now and I'm gonna go get ready for my meeting. I love you guys and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.